the planet and business are going to begin to go all in terms of trying to understand what does it mean to actually decarbonize. As we reach this punctuated equilibrium, as people begin to recognize that something fundamental is different, we will begin to see innovations and change happening much more rapidly.
I will always remember how Shuli welcomed our craziest ideas. First, with openness and enthusiasm, and then, like a gardener, with inexhaustible perseverance and generosity, guiding and nurturing the initial seed towards higher purposes. She will remain an inspiration to many of us.
What did I think was the best example of global governance in which, no one was killed, there were no guns, there were no politicians, there were no standing armies, and yet the Linux kernel went from a desktop, being hacked in Finland to being pretty ubiquitous in terms of the operating system of the planet. So I made kind of a cold call to the Linux Foundation, and I went in and had a meeting with Mike Dolan, and I said to him, I'm looking for neutral. I'm looking for a really neutral place to put this ecosystem, because ultimately we are going to have to shift to open source in order to decarbonize. He shot up in his chair and he went running out, and he got Brian Bellendorf, who is the co-founder of Apache. And the three of us sat down and had a conversation. And I think that we believed at the time that this was such a no-duh. And it was so obvious that it would just happen really quickly.
Working with Shuli was absolutely a unique experience. She had a personal touch in the things that is really unique. I remember in one telco, she had the impression I was not myself, a little bit depressed. She called me right after the telco, is everything okay with you? You need help, can I do anything for you? This type of human touch was, for me, absolutely unique, remarkable. I loved it, simply as that.
This actually was the opening line to my PhD dissertation. And for me, it really caused me to think in new and important ways, which is the recognition that the future doesn't happen everywhere all at once, all at the same time. And the implications of that are that we have the ability to influence the outcomes of the future. And so it is really important what we do here and how we do it, because we have a very big job in front of us. I want us to begin thinking differently. My wish is that we become, constant travelers in a border-free approach to solving our great problems, and that is the path forward.
I've known Shuli for almost 10 years. I have been amazed and so grateful for what Shuli built with LF Energy. Shuli welcomed me as someone she would break bread with, and we did so. During the pandemic, she generously invited my children and me to her lovely home to pick apples and pears and explore her vegetable garden. She often described herself as a gardener, planting seeds, caring for them with love, and patiently waiting for the harvest, both literally and in her professional work. I am so proud of the garden of collaboration, innovation, and impact she has planted and tended. And now it is up to us to carry it through to harvest.
I think we have an opportunity to wake up, and that's what this time is about. Ultimately, it is the great transition. The energy and power that created the economy that we have now emerged out of an extractive kind of mindset. And we have to shift that to actually a really different way of thinking about how we interrelate with the planet. Go out, hug a tree, do something that actually gets you engaged in the transformation of power systems and decarbonization. Thank you very much.